They thought it was just ice until they found this. In 1946, the United States military sent 4,700 men, 13 ships, and a massive aircraft carrier to the freezing coast of Antarctica. They called it Operation Highjump. They told the public it was a routine scientific mission. But let's be entirely honest. You don't send a fully armed, battle-ready naval fleet to the end of the world to study penguins and ice formations. What Admiral Richard E. Byrd actually found under 2 miles of solid ice terrified the government so much it was immediately classified. A structure older than humanity, a lost continent, and a technology we still don't understand. Welcome back to the Epoch Anomaly. Today, we are tearing up the Antarctic Treaty, melting the ice, and exposing the greatest cover-up in human history. To understand why the Americans went to Antarctica with an armada in 1946, we have to rewind the clock to 1938. 8 years earlier, the German Third Reich launched their own massive expedition to the South Pole. They claimed a massive territory, dropping metal swastika flags across the ice, and called it Neuschwabenland. But German scientists weren't just exploring. Declassified naval documents and whistleblower testimonies suggest they were building something. Submarine commanders of the German U-boat fleet spoke of a hidden geothermal paradise beneath the ice. Grand Admiral Karl Donitz famously stated in 1943, "The German submarine fleet is proud of having built for the Führer an invisible fortification, an impregnable fortress somewhere in the world." Were they building Base 211? A subterranean facility hidden within the natural warm water cave systems of Antarctica. When World War II ended, dozens of advanced German U-boats completely vanished, never accounted for by the Allies. Many researchers believe they didn't sink. They simply went south. This brings us back to Admiral Byrd and Operation Highjump. The US government knew the Nazis had found something down there, and they wanted it. Equipped with enough supplies to last 8 full months, Byrd's massive fleet was supposed to conquer the Antarctic and secure whatever the Germans had discovered. But just 8 weeks into the mission, something went terribly wrong. The United States Navy was forced into a panicked emergency retreat. Several planes were allegedly lost. Men died. Officially, the military claimed it was extreme weather conditions. But upon returning to civilization, Admiral Byrd gave a chilling, heavily suppressed interview to the Chilean newspaper El Mercurio. He warned that the United States needed to prepare for a new enemy, an enemy that could fly from pole to pole with incredible speed. What exactly chased the most powerful military force on Earth out of the ice? The answer might lie in Admiral Byrd's highly controversial, allegedly lost diary. According to the accounts leaked years after his death, during a mapping flight over the South Pole, Byrd's compasses began to spin violently. The altimeter malfunctioned. Below him, the blinding white ice suddenly gave way to a green, snowless valley. He reported seeing massive forests, a warm water river, and even animals resembling extinct woolly mammoths. But he wasn't alone. His radio was hijacked. His plane was suddenly flanked by glowing, disc-shaped aircrafts featuring strange, ancient symbols. His controls locked up. Byrd was forced to land and was taken to meet the leaders of a civilization that lived deep within the earth, a realm known in ancient texts as Agartha. They warned him that humanity's use of atomic weapons had disturbed the balance of the planet, and that their advanced fleet would intervene if we didn't change our destructive path. Mainstream historians call this diary a complete fabrication, a myth, But if it's just a myth, why did the government place Admiral Byrd under strict orders to remain silent for the rest of his life? What if this inner Earth civilization isn't alien at all? What if they are the survivors of an ancient human epoch? Consider the Piri-Reis map. Discovered in 1529, this incredibly detailed map shows the western coast of Africa, the eastern coast of South America, and most shockingly, the northern coast of Antarctica. But there is a massive problem that gives mainstream archaeologists nightmares. The Piri-Reis map shows Antarctica without ice. It details rivers, valleys, and mountain ranges that have been buried under 2 miles of solid ice for at least 6,000 years. How could a map maker in the 16th century know the exact topographical layout of a landmass that wouldn't even be officially discovered until 1820? Unless the map was copied from much older source documents. Documents belonging to a highly advanced global maritime civilization that existed before the Ice Age. A civilization that built the pyramids. A civilization that might still be surviving under the ice. Fast forward to today, you cannot freely explore Antarctica. In 1959, the Antarctic Treaty was signed, creating a heavily restricted, militarized zone. You can take a guided tourist cruise to the edge, but venturing deep inland independently is strictly forbidden. They say it's to protect the environment, but modern satellite technology reveals exactly what they are protecting. Deep beneath the Wilkes Land region, NASA satellites have detected a massive gravitational anomaly, a mass concentration, or MassCon. It is a dense metallic object over 150 miles wide, buried deep under the ice. Scientists claim it's a meteor crater, but independent researchers argue its perfectly geometric shape suggests something artificial. A massive subterranean base, or a crashed ship from a forgotten era. Meanwhile, independent investigators using Google Earth imagery repeatedly capture perfectly symmetrical 4,000-foot tall pyramids protruding from the snow. These are not natural mountains. The geometry is too perfect. The angles align precisely with the cardinal directions, much like the Great Pyramid of Giza. Yet, whenever these coordinates go viral, the images are quickly blurred, blacked out, or updated with weather anomalies by satellite providers. From high-ranking politicians to religious leaders, the world's most powerful people make secret, unannounced trips to the frozen continent. Antarctica isn't just an ice cap, it is an ancient archive. If the public discovered that an advanced civilization existed on Earth millions of years ago, possessing free energy technology, the entire foundation of modern science, fossil fuels, and global power would instantly collapse. The ice is melting, and the Epoch anomaly is beginning to surface. What do you think is actually buried under the ice of Antarctica? A lost human civilization? An ancient military base? Or something not of this world? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you want to continue uncovering the forbidden history they desperately want to hide, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join the Epoch Anomaly. Until next time, question everything.